So for those of you who don't know, the YouTuber Leafy's Here channel was terminated a couple days ago, and it looks as though this is going to be permanent. For those who don't know who Leafy is Here is, he is a commentary YouTuber who actually helped to popularize the genre back in 2015 to 2016, and holy shit, they didn't make it clear on why they did it. Keemstar did an interview with him, and Leafy claimed that he has not gotten the emails saying like what videos were taken down and why. All that people are getting to is that YouTube is saying because of harassment, which is complete and utter bullshit. Like, to me, in that 2015 to 2016 time where Leafy existed, he was very toxic. He was such a prick, honestly. And you could kind of get behind, like, either you liked him or you didn't. I was kind of indifferent. So when YouTube decided to just kind of shadow ban him when those emails got leaked of them saying we don't really like Leafy, and then the content cop came out, it kind of was a case, you know, he got shut down pretty much. The content cop certainly didn't help, but, like, you know, he's like making fun of kids and people, you know, he probably shouldn't be making fun of. Now he comes back this year and pretty much revamped his whole style. It's the same guy, it's the same kind of style, but it's really just him not really giving a shit. And you can tell that. He says it all the time, how he just doesn't give a shit. It's basically shit posting, just, you know, for fun. And that's really what it is. So comparing him from 2016 to now, he's like a completely different channel. He's much more toned back. So because, you know, times have changed with like all the adpocalypse stuff going on, all this other shit that's going on, like the Kappa shit. So he has adapted. I know everyone likes memeing that H3 clip about how he said he can't adapt in today's, how I'd love to see him adapt in today's environment. And he did it pretty well until YouTube terminated him without telling him, and which is bullshit. The issue here is honestly YouTube acting at, we're like not even getting into who's responsible because we don't know. To me, I think it, honest to God, is the tier 3 Pokimane subs that have been complaining because Leafy is shit posting. He's making these obnoxious thumbnails and titles about Pokimane and then goes on talking about like stock markets and investments and shit just to mess with people, saying, oh, I took a dig at your queen, and they're gonna he was tweeting out like them flagging his video because he's talking about like the YouTube algorithms and shit, or, you know, the stock market, but the title has Pokimane in it. It's like attacking her in some way, and they go after him. So to me, I wouldn't be surprised, you know, with the timing of everything, if the tier 3 subs took offense to his content and just contacted you and say, hey, can you just cut his channel? People have been throwing out H3. He's clearly basking in the glory of Leafy's demise, which is kind of scummy because he's been doing the same shit with Keemstar. He's been milking Keemstar for a while. That's really what brought him back, and which sucks because Ethan Klein, I used to watch H3 Productions and I like the channel. Then he does the podcast, then he does, you know, makes the comebacks with the Keemstar video and the what was it, Some Ordinary Gamer video, and you're sitting there like, this guy's a douchebag, really. I unsubscribed from him. I'm like, listen, I liked your old content, but holy shit, man, you have changed. He's just basking in the glory. If he had something, I think maybe it wouldn't be out of the question saying he because he's tight with Susan, who's the CEO, so that could play a factor. I just think he's being a prick on Twitter for that, because why not? But the real issue lies with YouTube itself. YouTube promotes itself as a platform, but it's been acting more like a publisher. And for those who don't know what that means, basically, all these companies, all these social media companies, have protection under the law, pretty much, because they are platforms. So when anyone says something on their platform, they can't be sued for it. Which, you know, means you can say whatever you want, but, you know, the legal ramifications don't go towards them. But it's so clear in the last few years that they have acted more as a publisher, filtering whatever is said, what they want on their website. It's complete and utter bullshit. Either choose one or the other, because I think it's scummy to be a publisher in today's climate just because of how political things are. They don't like certain content. It's like, well, if you make certain content and you enjoy it, it's like you're not finding it on YouTube, and if you do, that channel probably will be taken down. And what sucks for Leafy is because he's much more of the modern commentary community at its core. So, you know, and they're filtering all this stuff, and it's just bullshit. Like, just keep everything on there. If it breaks your community guidelines, alright. But, like, as a platform, you know, you have base community guidelines. Like, if you're not posting terrorist videos and shit, then, you know, you should be fine. But, like, merely, like, just, they're going off bullying, like, they didn't flag any videos, they didn't mention any videos, as far as we know, and they're going and taking, like, the same shit with the iDubbbz content cop on Leafy. They took that down for bullying. I'm sorry, if you look at the video, it's a critique. There's a difference between bullying someone and criticizing them. The iDubbbz content cop was a clear criticism of Leafy and his style, and the scummy things he's done, content-wise. So, you know, YouTube ends up taking that down for bullying, and they're taking Leafy's video down for bullying, and I could tell you this, I think Leafy's come out and said, hey, you know, the content cop probably shouldn't have been taken down. They're taking down these videos of, like, critiques of people they like, or people just, and marking them as bullying, and I think it's bullshit. Like, if you're clearly harassing someone, and there's, like, a police report made or whatever, then okay. But, like, these are public figures. People keep bringing up the fact that, like, you know, these talk show scumbags, you know, can criticize all these public figures, have their videos on the trending page, and not be touched by YouTube. Okay, so why don't we get the same benefactor with that as they do? What, because we're not rich? What? Because what Leafy's doing is basically what they're doing, but YouTube style. He's going after people like Gabby Hanna, Ethan Klein, and Pokimane, and they are public figures. We have come to a point in our society that these people on the internet are public figures, and they are game. I don't know, it's honest to God, to me, it's just bullshit. I'm really hoping they do bring his channel back. Like, the guy was shitposting, I get it, like, but holy shit, like, you know, that's someone's channel. He had like 4 million subscribers, and it's all gone for no reason. You can't just silence someone and expect people not to have pushback, and the community's having a lot of pushback. I know it looks like it's going to be a permanent termination as of right now, but the community's pissed, obviously, and the outcry from that is going to reflect on YouTube poorly, and I think they're going to be like, well, shit, we're going to have to reinstate his channel, or at least give an explanation on why, and even their explanation on why is going to get a lot of backlash, and you know what? They gotta stop acting like a publisher. Be the platform you promised. Broadcast yourself. That's what it was YouTube. Broadcast yourself. That's what I remember, and what a lot of other people on this website remember. It's that YouTube needs to act as though it's a platform. Filter the stuff that, like, is illegal. So, like, what was it? Those people dressing up in the Arabian clothing and throwing backpacks and yelling praise to Allah, you know, that's illegal. So if you're gonna take them off your website, feel free. We can watch them on like Live Leak or Daily Motion if we want. But like, when it comes to something like this, you gotta stop, or eventually people will start pulling, and your big creators will start pulling once it gets bad enough. And people, even though people don't like Leafy, people will defend him in the sense that this could happen to anyone. That's why I feel it's so important, because he is someone that the community universally hated back a couple years ago. He's now back just shitposting, and no one's really had an issue with him except for the few people that he's going after. And not really going after, he's making some good points in his videos, but it's like his sense of humor alongside it. So, I don't know. I think his channel will be reinstated, but if not, YouTube's gonna have a big issue with its creators, saying, what the hell is wrong with you guys? Why would you do that? This is bullshit. But yeah, that's pretty much my 2 cents on it. So, yeah, hopefully it gets reinstated, and hopefully YouTube can get their shit together, because that's all we really want. Just stop with the bullshit. That's all I'm asking.